June 4th, we got Stephen Fulton Jr. versus Daniel Roman. And in this fight, Stephen Fulton is going to be putting up his WBO and WBC titles at 122 pounds. They're going to be up for grabs. So let's talk about it, man. I want to give my early prediction for this scrap that's coming up. Good scrap. It should be a very good fight. But let's run down. Let's talk about the tail of the tape real quick. So we got Stephen Fulton. He is 27 years old. Daniel Roman is 32 years old. So a few years in between them both. Still very young fighters. Stephen Fulton stands at 5'6.5". Daniel Roman's at 5'5". Stephen Fulton has a 70.5-inch reach. Daniel Roman has a 68-inch reach. Okay, so let's get into the records of these two dudes right here. We got Stephen Fulton Jr., man, coming in at 20 wins, no losses, 8 wins by way of knockout with a 40% KO ratio. So Stephen Fulton is not really a big power puncher like that. He's very sharp. He's crisp, great angles. He's a good volume puncher, decent body work. He know how to put on the pressure when he wants. But see, he pours on pressure, but he's very disciplined with his pressure. He's not one of these dudes that he's overly aggressive, and it gets him caught and shit like that. He's more of he knows when to pour it on and when to get off you and get back, But what I will say about Stephen Fulton is something that he does sometimes in some of his fights. He'll come forward, right? Like he'll rush forward with his hands like tucked right under his chin, and his face is just right there to get hit. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I've noticed that in a few of his fights. He'll rush in, and he'll just have his hands tucked under his chin, and his face will be like right there to punch on. Good counter puncher or somebody with some power and some countering skills will take advantage of that. Let's check out Daniel Roman's record, man. Daniel Roman stands at 29 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. So this dude here, Daniel Roman, he has a 30% KO ratio. Strange thing is though, like when I watch both of them fight, it seems like Daniel Roman has more power. He seems like he has the most power. See, the thing is, man, like I was telling y'all, the KO ratio thing, sometimes that can't always be a factor. It can't really, like, comparing two boxers. Like this is one instance. You got Daniel Roman has more fights than Stephen Fulton. He has 33 fights under his belt. And Stephen Fulton, he has 20 fights. So, the KO ratio, if it would have been much higher if Daniel Roman would have had less fights, it would have definitely been a little bit higher because of the competition. Now, in Stephen Fulton's case, he has 20 fights. That's a few, like 10 less than this guy here. So he hasn't really been getting crazy knockouts like that. So my assumption is, man, when I see both of them fight, it definitely looks like this Daniel Roman dude has more thump in his punch. From what I can see, he definitely does. So he has 3 losses. He's lost to, let's see who he's lost to. Probably his last loss was way back. He lost to. Okay, hold on. Okay, his loss was way back in 2020. He lost to Akhmadaliev, split decision, and then before that he lost to Juan Reyes, and then after that he lost. Before that he lost back in 2011 for split decision. He never been knocked out, and then his only draw came when he fought way back in 2011. Around like his second fight was a draw with Jensen Ramirez. So don't know who that is. So let's compare the attributes of these dudes, man. So the power, man, I would still have to give it to Daniel Roman. He looks like he has more thud and more. He looked like he got more power behind his punches, even though his KO ratio was lower. He hasn't had a KO. His last KO was in 2018. So that was against a guy named Gavin McDonald. I'm just by judging from the eye test, it looks like the kid has more punching power. So I'm gonna give the punching power nod to Daniel Roman. Jab wise, Stephen Fulton got the best jab. I don't really see him use his jab all too often, but when he uses it, it's superb. It's sharp. It's fast. So Stephen Fulton definitely has the jabs over Daniel Roman. The inside work goes to Daniel Roman. He has some good body work. He does good inside work. He's real sharp on the inside. Defense definitely go to Stephen Fulton. Man, his head movement is the way he slip punches, he dips, pivots, turns. Dude is nice, man. Stephen Fulton is nice with it. Footwork definitely go to Stephen Fulton. Accuracy definitely go to Stephen Fulton. I rarely see him miss punches as much, so I gotta give that to Stephen Fulton. And the punch rate, they both got high punch rates, good volume of punches, but I would have to give that nod to Stephen Fulton as well. So Stephen Fulton has most of the attributes over this guy, man. So when I see stuff like this, when it's almost like lopsided, I gotta go with the person that to me got the most attributes. I don't really put chin and stamina really in there, because like these things right here that I talk of lead to, these things right here is what causes person's stamina to even diminish or, stay the same. Their engine is still running through 12 rounds and shit like that. But I'll leave those out. I just put the main things in, and it's looking like Stephen Fulton got much more attributes than this Daniel Roman dude. So the fight is probably gonna look like, pressure-wise, Daniel Roman is gonna apply more pressure. Stephen Fulton, he can also apply pressure, but he does it more responsively, more methodically. He applies his pressure methodically. He knows when to get in and out. He doesn't stand there too long and trade. This Daniel Roman dude is gonna want to trade with him, but Stephen Fulton has the better footwork. He's gonna be out of there probably trying to run him around and chase him into a corner, but Stephen Fulton is too smart to even stay in the corners, man. So I think this fight is probably more than likely going to go to the cards. I would say Stephen Fulton with a clear decision. He's going to probably box this kid's ears off to a 12-round decision. So I give this fight, my final prediction is going to be Stephen Fulton Jr. will retain his WBC and WBO 122-pound titles in a unanimous decision over Daniel Roman. That's just my take. Let me know what y'all think about this fight. This is Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one, and I'm out.